cover happens with everything, regardless of what they call their loan agreement. Okay, and this is what they say that they collateralize to produce these notes. You can see down here it says notes, the notes that come from the trust. Okay, so they say that they, what number, what form? Again, that's not a right. Lord, that's not a form. That's a publication, FAS 140, Financial Accounting Standards. Okay. No, don't be shooting no shots now. Sorry. Anyways, so in order for them to securitize anything and notes to be established, they have to be the holder in due course, and they are not. Okay, because they do not own that instrument. So this is why I personally think that it's important to understand what they say they do and what they actually can do, and if they actually did do that, how to prove that they did not do that. Right, because you got to think, this kind of stuff is on the SEC website. SEC is a government, well, allegedly a government institution. So if they're putting this information up on the SEC and they're not abiding by that, that's almost like, hey, look, you better do this shit for me like I say that you're supposed to do. Right? I understand that this belongs to me and all this interest belongs to me. Right? So if you don't do what I'm saying, I'm going to tell everybody that what you say that you're doing
I'm telling everybody
is not what you're doing. Hey, Ezell, don't tell nobody else.
No, they're snitching and shit, man.
Right?
Dry snitch.
And why the hell not? Why the hell not? Right? That's the initial purchasers. That's the investors right over here.
Let them know because they getting screwed.
Okay. Yeah. You can tell them, the investors are getting screwed. And you are an investor as well.
Yeah,
right? Because you are the, what's called the originator. Right? They say that they are the originator. But you, by definition, are the originator. Let me see if I can find that definition. There's a lot of definitions. Anybody have any questions about what I'm talking about so far while I look for this? Oh, look. So this is the same document, but just a different page, right, where it says receivables and other trust assets. Right, it says the primary assets of the trust will be a revolving pool of receivables arising from EIP sales contracts for wireless devices. I mean, you don't have to be a genius to know, but again, that's that loan agreement that you sign. Right? That's what that is. And that's what they're saying, that the trust assets are those. But we know that because they are not a holder in due course, that they cannot transfer our stuff from the store that we, did that EIP from, to the depositor. They can't even do that. Right? Again, they say they transfer the receivables.
The only way they can do that is if they did inside trading, which is right. That's why it's off ledger. That's why it's not on the public books. It's on the private books. That's the only way they can move it.
And I don't even know if they can do that.
Cash going back right to them.
Absolutely, it is. Right. So
that will be on the off list for the cash to return back to them.
My she brush her teeth.
They take the notes and turn them into money.
Okay.
We gotta liquidate them. They do a conversion account on them. Turn them into digital assets.
Exactly. Wow.
Here it is.
This is how they do it, though.
So, this is out of 15 USC 78O, right? 15 USC. Look at him still showing these damn automobiles here. 15 USC 78O dash 11. Sorry.
Credit
risk
risk. And
retentions.
let me tell you why it's a credit risk. Because if it's an off ledger, it's going to prove that there's inside trading, which is, once again, if you go look at the Series 6 and Series 7, it is clearly against the law. It's a third-degree felony.
Okay. This more talks about the capital that they need to have on hand before transferring any security. Right? It says not less than 5% of the credit risk for any asset. But you guys can read that if that's what you're interested in. What I wanted to show you was the definitions of a securitizer. Right? The securitizer is an issuer of an asset-backed security. And those asset-backed securities are from here. Okay? Or a person who organizes and initiates an asset-backed securities transaction by selling or transferring assets, either directly or indirectly, including through an affiliate, to the issuer. Okay? So, a person who organizes and initiates a asset-backed securities transaction by selling or transferring assets, either directly or indirectly through an affiliate, which they are. And again, if you wanted to see that they actually are a subsidiary of T-Mobile, all they got to do is go to their 10K, T-Mobile's 10K. I've pulled that up as well.
And then it's
and show that they
780 for the credit
dash 11. 780-11, right? And then the term originator means a person who, through the extension of credit or otherwise, creates a financial asset that collateralizes an asset-backed security. Who creates an asset or a financial asset? What is a financial asset? A financial asset is a security. Financial asset is a security. You create that security by putting your name on it. Where the hell was I?
Signing it, right? Is it just our name or signing it?
No, when you give it life, right? You sign it.
Right.
You give it life.
That's
Oh,
it.
here we go.
That is it, y'all.
Or look at these words. Sells an asset directly or indirectly to a securitizer. What does it mean when you sell something? That means you're supposed to get the money from it, right?
Right.
Well, yeah, I should have some coming to me.
And go.
So,
You expecting something back for what you sold.
That's that right.
So in my opinion, these words are not ambiguous. Right? Through the extension of credit or otherwise creates a financial asset that collateralizes an asset-backed security.
Creates a financial asset.
Creates a financial
Not a
asset.
debt.
Okay.
Not a debt,
That's
but
it.
an asset.
Okay. We understand.
Go ahead.
We understand that, again, the trust assets are those EIPs, right? We saw that. Let me go back to that page. What was it, 92?
And they are using us
So again,
asset. They couldn't have the asset.
Exactly.
Remember, the primary assets of the trust will be revolving pool of receivables arising from those EIPs.
Exactly.
And we create those EIPs, we give them life. Help me understand that I'm not.
They say we are the generators.
Help me understand that I'm not crazy.
Generators,
That
creators,
we
are it.
Okay.
It don't
Help me
run without
understand. Okay.
But remember, the reason why the minister was saying that is them because remember the power of attorney acting on your behalf. So they're a straw man. They're pretending to be your straw man. Boy, if I tell you that's possession like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Y'all laughing?
No.
They just found another way to control us. That's all.
Somebody said they slapping their knee right now.
I know.
Y'all, you have no idea why he's writing that. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But what I was trying to say was, I just want to make sure that I'm not making this stuff up in my brain, that I'm not biased in my understanding of what this is saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, I like to dive deep just to make sure that just because I want it to mean something, and it actually says something else, I want to make sure that it actually says what I think it says. So we create those EIPs because they use that. Whether again, it could be all right. There it goes again.
What generates it is what? Your name, your number, your address, your social from your trust fund account because it's about to fund a account from what the application.
Tap the screen, y'all. Tap the screen. Share the live. Hit the panel. Follow the panel.
I'm gonna put it up.
Get on it, man. We want to see testimonials. We want to hear all about it.
Well,